So for our first spot today, we are fishing on Talbot Creek. It actually runs into Lake Erie, so we should get some good fish coming up through here. And we're here pretty early in the morning. There's a lot of flies on the water, so I'm expecting, some fish are hungry and getting ready for breakfast. So let's see what we can catch. Let's get geared up and go for a rip. Did just pick myself up a brand new Shimano rod. We'll see how it does. Pike season's only open for a few more days, so we're gonna see if we can grab one in this creek. Run straight out to the lake, so should have some good luck. And we're running a popper right now, so we both are. So we'll see if we get lucky.
So look for the water here.
Oh yeah, I'm not wading into this, dude. I'm stuck. No chance. No, thank you. So far we've caught absolutely nothing with the poppers, and Dallas is restringing his rod currently because his old line is just knotted as can be. And I'm gonna run a super fluorescent spoon because the water's super murky and gross, and hopefully, pikes love spoons, and this one's very bright, so hopefully they can actually see it.
Just finished here. Been about an hour and a bit. No bites as usual. Tried multiple different options out here too. Nothing seemed to work.
Yeah, I even threw out a worm with a drop shot to hopefully get a channel catfish, but not even a nibble on the worm. So I don't know what's going on with the water lately. It's a nice day out. It's 20 degrees, so I don't know what's going on. We're heading out to a provincial park, E Pearce, so that should be some good hiking trails. Some good views, hopefully. As much as we didn't catch any fish today, still a nice spot to come hang out, so, I fish to fish, not to catch, apparently. Alright, so E Pearce is in Ontario Park, and traditionally, most of the time you can camp on these. Some of them you can camp without paying a fee or any kind. Unfortunately, this park is only day use, so we can't camp here tonight. But honestly, it's got some cool stuff here. We haven't even gone out on the hiking trail, but there's some old houses and there's a lot of history here. So if you're a history buff and you find this stuff interesting, it's definitely a landmark I would check out.
Yeah, we're gonna take a hike back and around out in the field back there, and then we're gonna cross the road and then see how close we can get down to the lake.
Dallas, come here. Do you have any idea what this is? It's for farming, obviously, but
I think it picks something up.
yeah. And there's an auger over on this side of it, so I don't know. That's kind of cool. That it's just out in the woods.
Yeah. Like they lost it here.
They lost it here. Somebody got a little too rambunctious one night, and oops. So last episode, we were at Fingal, and it was flooded. And Dallas was wearing mesh boots, and I was giving him flack for not having the proper footwear. And I'm currently wearing mesh white Nikes. So a bit of a hypocrite, but it's not too bad today. It's not super flooded, so.
While we were walking, I had an idea, the geocache again. Take a look and see if we can find anything.
A geocache epiphany.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. We've got some change of terrain here. E Pearce is surprising me a little. We had the good start with the crick and the drunken farm equipment plant, but we've got some valleys going. And there's a nice little pond that way. And the hills here in the valleys aren't quite as good as they were on the Elgin Trail a few episodes back, but still a nice change of scenery. You know, Southern Ontario, like, a lot of it is flat, or at least the part we're in right now. So it's always nice to see a change of terrain. And I mean, I think that's the main thing people don't like here, and why they compare it to British Columbia or out east or up north, is mainly just everything's so flat, and we're kind of just always obsessed with grand views. But I mean, even this is nice. It's just a nice hike out in the woods. You got to find the beauty where you are. I mean, I'm appreciative that we even have this, because a lot of Ontario, it's super urban. It's nice to have this not that far from where you live.
I may have found a geocache. That's why.
Ripper.
Did you see that?
I did not. I was standing beside it the whole time. Squirrel skull? I'm assuming? Or a raccoon? I don't know. If someone can identify that skull, let me know. It's not soft enough for my liking.
When you get close to it, it kind of tells you like description and everything. It says lady cache was recently ripped apart by a raccoon. If you see the raccoon wearing earrings, eating pad thai, wearing CWL pin, and wearing lip gloss, please let me know. So
we've been searching for a geocache that a raccoon got into, which is phenomenal. We just completely bushwhacked off the trail and almost got injured on these logs trying to find a geocache that a raccoon found and didn't put back. So when we were looking for the geocache, as we were going through the forest, we noticed that at some point randomly it just got significantly warmer, like 5 degrees or so.
It felt like you walked into like a greenhouse.
Yeah.
And then now it's like you just walked into a freezer.
Yeah, just dropped 5 degrees out of nowhere. So I don't know what the ecosystem in this forest is doing, but it's definitely weird. I would come check it out, and maybe there might be ghosts here. Please, guys, everyone remember, no riding horses through here, okay? Very important rule. Dallas, no horses. So unfortunately, I mean, you can see the lake from here, but you can't get right out onto it because cliff is eroding, and Ontario obviously doesn't want you getting hurt. Government cares about you, so can't go onto the cliff.
Like you used to be able to, right?
I would assume so at one point, but I mean, even the cliff we were at last time, we were there a few years ago, and the erosion is crazy. It's backed up like at least 10 feet since we were there last.
You can still see some over there. We know a spot further down that we were recommended by in the comments, so we're gonna go check that out. Hopefully we can get close to the water.
So the spot that Dallas and I are at right now, right on Lake Erie, was a suggestion from one of our viewers on TikTok, and honestly, he knocked it out of the park. 10 out of 10 recommendation. I think we're gonna have lunch here and hike the beach a little bit because it goes a little bit further. But it's a really nice spot. You know, we did not bring our fishing rods with us, and I kind of wish we did.
Like, this is like the perfect creek for fishing. I don't know how shallow it is right there, but there's really stuff coming in here.
And it's all rocks, so I mean, honestly, you could wade out and not get stuck like I did in the other creek. So. So last episode when we were at Port Stanley, I said that we were probably going to find some nicer places than it, and that may have offended some people, and I don't blame you. Port Stanley's wonderful. But this is one of the spots I was talking about. It's the exact same lake, and honestly, Port Stanley's not too far that way, but this spot is just, it doesn't feel like Southern Ontario, you know? It's kind of hidden away. It's not huge. There's a great fishing spot. It's really nice here.
Little hidden gems like this, all up and down the coast. But everyone just goes to one spot, crowds it, which is the unfortunate part about Southern Ontario. Just so busy all the time. So.
Well, we were planning on having some ramen on the beach, but unfortunately, we don't have a lighter with us, and our burner is refusing to spark. So we're gonna have to go get a lighter now and not have lunch on this beach. There's another one coming up. We'll see if it's anywhere near as good. I'm guessing not. I really like this spot, and I was really looking forward to having lunch here, but what do you do? Okay, so Dallas and I had to leave the beach because we couldn't eat lunch. We went and got a lighter from a gas station in Dutton. And now we're at Warwick Conservation Area. We were planning to camp here, but of course, it's not the season for it. Okay, it's closed currently. You can also only do group camping at this conservation area.
And it's something like $700. I could be wrong, but it's somewhere like way up there.
It's just too expensive. So, 2 reasons we can't camp here. That wouldn't normally stop us from camping, but we did find a different camping spot for tonight on some Crown land. So you're gonna have to wait and see that. But we're excited for it. So, but let's hike Warwick and see what we find here. There's already, just from the start, there's a good valley, which you know, love some good terrain changes. So let's see what else is here. Just along the trail, I didn't even notice it. Dallas saw it first, but we found a little garter snake. Well, he doesn't really like me all that much. Look how cute he is, though. Isn't he just adorable? I like snakes a lot. This guy shouldn't bite me. They're usually not too angry. And he seems like he's chilling a bit, but he's definitely a cutie patootie. They're really cool. I love snakes, man. Snakes are sick. Ooh, ooh, he's coming for Dallas. He's coming for Dallas. Don't worry, I won't let him hurt you, buddy.
And it's also currently raining and getting harder. I do see a building up there. I was wondering whether or not it was like a picnic area, but head to that, see if we can take some shelter and wait the storm out, maybe cook food.
Just me and my little garter snake friend. Look, isn't he so cute? He's just smelling for stuff. He's got big eyes on him. He's got such a cute tongue. So we've only been walking for probably 2.5, at most 5 minutes, and we already found ourselves the perfect little lunch spot. It is raining, so this shelter is going to be great. Hopefully it actually lights this time and we can cook ourselves some ramen. But Warwick so far, at least for me, gets a 10 out of 10 already. I would definitely recommend anyone come here. I'm a little biased though because I did just get that little cute snake, but Dallas, dinner's ready.
It fits, so.
It does fit.
You touch it.
There we go. Just like that.
Look at that coming down outside.
Quite the method of making ramen you got there.
Well, when the bottom half gets soft, the top half will fall.
These mugs were not made for ramen, to be honest.
Your pot was just a little taller.
Yeah, we should have brought that.
It has a lid. How would you rate this lunch?
Like 9 out of 10. Especially when you bring in the scenery and like the fact that it's raining outside. I don't know, man. I'm gonna recommend the next rainy day you guys get. Grab a buddy, grab some ramen, go outside, eat some ramen outside in the rain with a buddy. Dallas and I had some good ramen. I was very pleased with it. Obviously, 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. I'm pleased by the weirdest things. Okay, moss, ramen in the rain. I need to go see a doctor about that. But we got lucky. As soon as we stopped eating and finished packing up, the rain stopped. And now we're going on a hike to see if we can get waterfront access. And Warwick just keeps getting better. I mean, come on, look at this. It's got elevation changes, okay? That is like the number one thing we look for, unfortunately. That and water. Elevation change in water is like the number one thing you have to look for when you're looking for good spots to camp, hike, visually see, you know.
And the best part about it all is when Ben decides to fall, like he just had a little slip right there, and you kind of hope.
You kind of hope let's not talk about the Elgin Trail. Oh, for both of us, I guess.
Both of us.
Both of us. Yeah, it is pretty gross here. One thing that's bad about hills is they do get slippery and, you know, can't fall, but...
You're not wearing boots or anything?
Yeah, I don't know. Really, yeah. I'm knocking it out of the park today. You know, I have 3 different pairs of boots with us.
It was pretty gnarly coming up.
I'm wearing shoes. Oh, guys, look at that moss. Look at all that moss. Warwick is actually... They're starting to kill... Like, this might be the best spot we've been.
That looks like a massive hill.
Oh, Warwick, you have my heart.
Just continues to slide, doesn't stop.
I have no brakes, okay? Only gas.
Are there any geocaches?
So if we follow this creek, it should take us all the way out to the lake.
Sometimes you just gotta like, just go for it.
I had 0 traction coming down that hill. You going this way?
Yeah. How are those beautiful?
I guess there's your answer. Oh my. Wow, that is quite the drop off. I definitely wouldn't want to fall down that or have it erode out from under my feet. So this is like pretty much off the edge. Like, I don't know how we're standing up here without it collapsing from under our feet. I don't feel comfortable standing here, honestly. Right up there is where we were just standing, and it seriously looks like it's about to just drop off. Hey Dallas, would you recommend Warwick?
I would. It is probably one of the best ones that we've been to so far on this trip.
This episode has been killing it so far, okay? Further up you get on the coast, like it gets super nice beaches. I mean, it's not the perfect beach by any means. It's nice though, you know? And I'm willing to bet there's some good fish in this creek. But again, we didn't bring our rods, so. So I made it over that time, and I was right. There's definitely some good fish in this creek. This is, I believe, a silver shad, but there's definitely some fish, and that would be good bait, but I'm not touching that.
The Trans-Canada Trail is 21,000 kilometers long.
I don't think we can do that in a day.
And like the biggest problem I find with this kind of stuff is like, where do you stay?
Where do you sleep? You're not allowed to sleep anywhere on southern Ontario, so where do you sleep? Heck if I know.
Can I have this?
And guys, it's very important that you know, horses are indeed allowed on this trail. Do you know what the theme of today's video is?
No.
Today's theme is valleys, okay? We've been killing it lately with the terrain and the water. I think everywhere we've gone so far today.
Yeah, Warwick definitely had the best one that we saw. Like
100%.
The best one.
But even John E Pearce was pretty good.
Yeah, but I think Warwick in general.
Oh yeah.
Great place.
Absolutely. Yeah, Warwick was great. The Elgin Trail has a lot of valleys and hills and creeks, but Warwick definitely takes the cake so far.
We are currently doing the Trans-Canada Trail. I don't know, the camping situation for it would be quite hard to do. Like Elgin Trail 0, Bruce Trail, there's I think a handful.
Yeah,
very
maybe.
scattered, like
Maybe.
very scattered. So like you'd have to research it, but I don't even think like there's anywhere in this area that you can camp. And it's mainly road again. So it's unfortunate, but
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, you really do have to go up north for if you want consistency. If you want like multiple days you can spend out on an adventure. Here it's you kind of got to nitpick and hopscotch along. It's unfortunate, but we're still finding the gems, and I mean, you might as well get out there and have some fun. This trail is definitely not coming across properly on Canada. This trail is definitely not coming
across properly on camera.
That's it. But it's gorgeous out here. There's a nice little creek flowing through it, and it's pretty out here. It's just there's too many trees in the way for the camera to pick it up. But when you're actually here, you can soak it up nicely.
I would recommend parking at the Lakeview entrance,
Yeah.
and then walking this.
Absolutely. There was a large group of deer and turkey, but Dallas had the brilliant idea of we should run at them to get them on camera, and they did not like that. So, but you might see something and might not scare them away. I would also say you do have to cut through a farmer's field. Kind of. It's part of the trail, but
It is part of the trail,
It doesn't
but-
feel like it. It feels wrong.
And
Found a hat rack in nature, did you?
yeah, kind of.
It's like a downed bridge. Now some tourist walking through here is going to soak their feet in a creek that bridge is not over. They don't wear the proper footwear. And proper footwear is very important.
Proper footwear.
Proper footwear, absolutely. Ooh, we got some evergreen trees in here too. Geez, we're getting a good variety of stuff today.
You know what this reminds me of?
Mm.
Remember we did that trail a few years back up in Talbot?
Yeah, the moss forest in Talbot Falls.
It
That
went
was really
from
good.
like sheer mountain, like just a drop, to like mossy forest.
There
to
was some plains.
evergreen.
Yeah,
the
there-
plain, the lake over there, the bay. I think that is.
And there was a rock beach. It was really nice. If you're out near Talbot, go check out. I don't know what it's called.
It's just part of the Bruce Trail.
Yeah,
Um,
and there's like a cave place near it. So, hey, remember, hikers or horses, okay? Horses are allowed here. For once, This one's really nice though. I like all the moss. Like this is a nice forest hike, honestly. Like, no, doesn't pass the test. Now this, I'm actually mad I didn't bring any fishing stuff. Like I would have loved to throw my waders on, hopped out there, and cast the fly rod a little bit. I mean, it's just gorgeous, man. Oh my goodness. I think today is like, this is the best scenery we've seen in a while. Like just consistently. Yeah. So if you're watching this, like, please check out all the places we've been today. This is so far the best. Back to back to back bangers. So I hope some people find our spots, and I hope you guys can enjoy them at home. Or I guess, well, not at home, but you know what I mean. That is definitely a beaver dam. Albeit not a very good one, but he tried his best. Well, Dallas and I have arrived at our camping spot for the night. Believe it or not, behind the West Lorne en route, there is actually a good chunk of crown land that we're gonna try and camp on. So this is the piece of crown land behind the en route, and we've been walking through it for like half an hour now. And when I say walking, I mean just absolutely bushwhacking. There is no shortage of brush and fallen trees and weird noises in this forest. There is nowhere to camp. The ground is just absolutely soaked. I don't know why it's so terrible or why we thought this was a good idea. There's crown land behind an en route, so that's cool. And you know, maybe if you had 100 years and a machete, it might work out for you. But I don't think we can camp here tonight. It was really unfortunate because that was kind of our plan.
Zero space to do anything. And this time, although I did bring the tarp, I only brought the one tarp, no base layer. And I currently have a real tent, but the problem with that one is it's probably about 7 or 8 feet by 8 feet. And as you can see here, I don't know, that is a swamp over there. And it's like running that way. And I don't know if we've even made it that far in 30 minutes.
You got a shot of this? No, I got a shot of this.
I got a thorn up my neck. Oh, look at the fucking size of it.
I tripped over a log. Ow.
It was so intense, your headlamp popped off.
We just got back to the en route after fighting with the brush on the crown land behind it, and we're starving. We were hoping to have already had dinner by now, but obviously that's not the case. So we've got a little picnic area behind us. We're gonna go find a nice little spot and go make some food. There's some ponds back that way, and crickets making that noise? Oh, we're gonna go find out. I personally, I don't think crickets make that noise, but I might be completely wrong. This is what dinner's looking like tonight. We got hot dogs, cheese, hot dog buns, and some hot tang getting ready. So we're gonna eat like, not kings, but like campers, I guess.
There's one issue with like doing this around here. There's nothing. Like you get to a point where you explore everything in an area, but there's 0 places to camp for sheep, right? Like
I really kind of wanted to camp in the forest tonight, but I think we're doing a little car sleep. Sleeping in the car tonight. Good enough?
loaded up with cheese.
Loaded up with cheese. We just got done dinner. It was pretty good. Those crickets were damn loud, eh?
Yeah.
But we're gonna go to bed in the car tonight because, you know, campsite didn't work out.
I don't know how much of that showed you, the ground in there, but like, I have never seen something that thick, like with all that like growth.
It was brutal. There was nowhere for a tent. There was nowhere for a tarp. There was nowhere for nothing.
There was nowhere for even us.
Yeah, it was brutal. But tomorrow we're going back out. That'll be the next episode for you guys, so stick around. We got some wicked good spots coming up, so we'll see you in the next episode.